Bluetooth connected.
Hello and good evening to you all, and welcome to Twitch's Media. Twitch Twitches Media is the voice of Twitches community in Australia. And Twitches Media, we promote unity through information sharing and understanding between communities. For our viewers, today we have invited Professor John Akech, who was the Vice Chancellor of University of Juba, and he was recently relieved or recently replaced, and he is now the former Vice Chancellor of Juba University. We acknowledge the great work that he has done in Juba University, and we have invited him today so that we can know him a little bit more. Thank you for coming, for accepting our invitation, Professor John. Welcome to Twitches Media.
Yes. Thank you very much, John Awai, for hosting me. It's a great pleasure to share my experiences, my background with the Twitch community in Australia. And I recognize that a lot of people will be interested everywhere to know something about my background and experience.
Okay, thank you very much. To go on, for those, we apologize to those who would have wanted this interview to be conducted in Dinka. We have chosen to conduct this interview in English for wider outreach to the entire South Sudanese community. We koya wenche jam tongo jeng e male janga buko gam wek Professor John abu jam ye kun tongo dingalit a chana go ka kelu en ke ka go granga ka go yo na ningran nong ke chien wan baden when ran un ko ba ngi ka chi Professor galwen tongo jeng ka buko ba lo ikonde. Thank you very much, Professor John. For Professor John and those who are listening, Professor John is going to start with his personal background, where he was born, his clan and his people, where he grew up, and how he went to school, especially primary school and secondary school, all the way to university and PhD. And from there, he will present his presentation, and then afterward we will have few questions from members who have sent in their question. Thank you very much, Professor John. Welcome to Twitches Media, and you may begin your presentation now. Thank you.
Thank you again, John Awai, for hosting me. I'm John Akech. I'm from Warab State, Gorial East. I was born in Europe. My father was a catechist with the Catholic Church. So my early childhood was spent in Lakes. Later on, in mid-60s, we went to Gorial, my home county. That time it was the district. And that was during the war. In 1967, the schools were open, and I was among the youngest people actually to join. I was just the right age, which was 7 at that time. And so that's how I started. I finished Gorial in the primary school. I went to Pajok Intermediate in Wow and continued with Wow Day in my
Okay.
By the way, the bad thing is about this phone is that is my official phone, so we'll get a lot of interruptions.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead, Professor John.
yeah. Are you okay?
Yes, you may continue now.
Yeah. So I think my childhood was spent in the war, and my father used to go after the missionary was chased away in '64. My father settled in Gorial, worked for the council, and at the same time, he was actually preaching in the Catholic Church when the priest is not there. So my family hosted the priests whenever they came to do baptism and do catechism. So I remember us sometimes seeing the then young Gabriel Zubair, the bishop, Cardinal Gabriel Zubair. So I saw him in my childhood and saw him saying some jokes to his assistants and so on.